Hello friends, and now it's time to move on to our next conic section. But what is it? Circle? We have discussed that. The next conic section coming up is what you have discussed or what you have learned before. Nobody taught you any conic section before, even in the previous classes. So what am I talking about? I am talking about projectile motion in your physics. We have seen in projectile motion shapes like this, the ball traveling like this, the shoot or any drop by the plane like this. What figures were there? Similarly, we have seen in one more chapter figures like this, the quadratic equation chapter, the figures like this. What are all they? They are termed as parabola. And so guys, welcome to Parabola Part 1. So, we have seen the shape of parabola, but actually what parabola is, we don't know. So that we're gonna discuss in the first lecture. And so let's get started. So what is the definition of parabola? Wait, we're gonna move step by step. Remember the fact in the conic section video we have seen when a conic section is cut parallel to the generator, we get a shape known as parabola. What I'm talking about? Look at this cone being cut parallel to its generator. Again, we must recall the fact what we have discussed before in the conic section theory. We have seen that parabola has the eccentricity equal to 1. We have also seen that parabola is a non-degenerate conic. We had also seen that delta is not equal to 0 for conic. So guys, this is it what we have discussed before. And the last point which we discussed was AB minus h square is equal to 0 for the parabola. This was discussed. But what is the definition of parabola? Definition of parabola is locus of a point which moves in a plane such that its distance from a fixed point is always equal to its distance from a fixed straight line. Now how do we get to this definition? As we have seen in the conic section theory, we got E is equal to 1 for parabola. And we also know the fact that SP by PM is equal to E. Now if E is equal to 1, SP will be equal to PM. Now SP is equal to PM. What was SP? S was a fixed point, or we name this as focus. P was any point and M was a point on the directrix which was perpendicular to the point P. And so we found out that when SP is equal to PM, we get a conic section named as parabola. And so this is what is written in the definition, such that a point which moves in a plane such that the distance from a fixed point S is always equal to its distance from a fixed straight line, and this fixed straight line is directrix. So SP is equal to PM is the main focus point or the main thing all we need to know about parabola. So coming up is how a parabola is actually drawn according to its definition. Let's check out. So as you can see, all the lines which are coming up are equal in length. That is, SP is equal to PM in all the above cases, and so we get a shape known as parabola. parabola, and this is the shape which we are talking about, and so this is what is called a parabola. So something is remaining. Let's check out standard equation of parabola. Now what does this mean? Standard equation means, as we have seen, a circle had an equation of x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to a square. So similarly, equation of parabola we're gonna find out. Just check this out. SP is equal to PM and we get a shape like this. Now just think of one more thing. SP is equal to PM we have drawn over here. Can we name this point as also P? And similarly, SP will be equal to PM if this point is M? Yeah. If any point on the curve has SP is equal to PM, then this point on the curve will also be having SP is equal to PM. So what do we get is, we get that AS is equal to AZ. What do we assume in standard equation of parabola is, this is our y-axis and this is the SZ is the x-axis, and so the point A is 0, 0, and this parabola what we are making or what we are getting is actually the parabola with the axis as x-axis and with the vertex as point A. So what do we assume? We assume this S has coordinates of a comma 0. So since S has coordinates of a comma 0, Z will have the coordinate as minus a comma 0, as this line segment is equal to this line segment, as it says, as the definition of parabola says. So now how do we find SP? Through the distance formula. So what is SP? SP is x minus a whole square plus y square, and this is equal to SP square. I have squared both the sides. Now what is PM square? Since Z has the coordinate minus a comma 0 and this is a perpendicular line, the directrix is a perpendicular line to the axis, so the equation of Zm is x is equal to minus a, or x plus a is equal to 0. So using the perpendicular distance formula, PM will be equal to x plus a upon root under 1 square whole mod, or we can say x plus a whole square is equal to PM square. So we know SP square, we know PM square, we also know the fact that SP is equal to PM, and so the square of both the sides will also be equal. So equating this both the side, we get x minus a whole square plus y square is equal to x plus a whole square. So x square and x square will get cancelled, a square will and a square will get cancelled. So what we are remaining with, minus 2ax plus y square is equal to 2ax, and so y square is equal to 4ax, and this is what we gonna remember always. And so the equation or the standard equation of the given parabola, the yellow curve, is y square is equal to 4ax. So we have found out the standard equation of parabola as y square is equal to 4ax, which has the axis as x-axis, the directress has the equation as x plus a is equal to 0, the focus as a comma 0 and the vertex as 0 comma 0 with any point p x comma y on it. So guys, this was it from the parabola part 1. I hope you got to know what parabola is actually, not the case of projectile motion, not the case of quadratic equation, but what parabola is in general, a conic section, and we have a term, we have a standard equation to it as y square is equal to 4a. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned a lot from it. Thank you guys. This is Yojit Bhasin signing off.